And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Ariah used to say that that's talking about is that the right knob?
Is this the one to turn it
what you want to do?
Just to swivel it back and forth?
You want to swivel it this way?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
that's good right there.
Read that again, brother.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Now, Ariah, High Priest Ariah, because that was his title, so we're going to keep leaving with that title, or Elder Ariah. Read again, brother.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
He used to teach it like this, that you're going to have Edomites that's going to try to be an Israel. I'm Israel. I'm down with you. And we're supposed to say, no, you're an Edomite. That's how Ariah used to break it down. Read again from the top.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, Isaiah 14:1.
Another name for Israel. We all know that. That's Bible 101. Go ahead.
And will yet choose Israel.
That's the name that was given to him. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land.
That means all the Israelites got to come together and they got to go back to the Middle East, pursuant to Baruch and the Apocrypha. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Those are the other Israelites. And we went through that, but we got to go through this over and over again because guys can't get it. Like one guy that's down with Nate, the guy from Atlanta, we call him the Black
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote.
Yeah.
Okay, he was teaching a class and somebody asked a question about the mark of the beast, and he said the mark of the beast is an embargo, right? And then he started going into Isaiah 14, and when he got to the word strangers, he said that's talking about the Edomites. That shows you that them guys are not deep. All right? Read that again.
Isaiah 14:1. Oh.
Go to one again.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
See, that's why a lot of these different camps out here can't get it, because they'll read something, they'll read a verse and they'll give it a shallow breakdown. Then they'll go to the next verse and they'll give it a shallow breakdown. You got to say in that one verse, and you got to break those words down.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to bring those words out, all right?
Bring them to life.
That's right. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Now, the word there for strangers is talking about Israelites that lost the fact that they were Israelites, which at this on this side of the world, all of us coming into the truth, we were all what? Strangers, right?
Yeah.
At one point, some of us were Israelites that knew that we were Israelites, and others of us were called Gentiles because we didn't know who the hell we were, right? On this side, we all lost it, man.
We're all strangers.
So for guys to teach that Denmark BC was an Israelite he used to teach, and Nat Turner, that's bullshit, man. The Lord had that thing locked down, man. They might have knew that they might have had an inkling that they knew that they might be an Israelite. But really, when we come to know that we Israelites, it's through Abba. Because Abba was the teacher, Elder Abba is the teacher of Ariah, Marshall, and Yaqua. So prior to that, we were what? All strangers. We were what? All Gentiles. Okay?
Plus Abba fulfilled that prophecy.
What? If you want to make it sway,
yeah, Abba fulfilled that prophecy in the book of Malachi, where the Lord said he would turn his heart back to his people. Abba fulfilled that prophecy, which you just mentioned.
That's right.
Yeah, what prophecy that he fulfilled? Where you going?
Book of Malachi.
Go to Malachi.
Yeah.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
Now, when did the Lord first send Elijah? He sent him during the time of Yahushua.
Yep.
And his given name was John. All right? Go ahead.
And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers.
Now, was that talking about John? No. Because so it ain't talking about John, even though he came as John, he came again as Abba.
That's right.
And he was the one that returned us back to Israel, being Israelites.
So we're no more strangers.
So we're no more strangers, because we woke up. The Lord gonna bring all things to our remembrance, right?
That's right.
Read that again, brother.
It says, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
Yeah, at least, really, before he smite the earth with a curse. Read that again, please, from the top.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn
before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. This is Hebrew Israelite 101, all right? Before the great and dreadful day of the Lord, the coming of the Lord, it's talking about what? When we over here in America, and when the Most High destroyed this place through a thermonuclear holocaust, and we're simultaneously delivered out of here. That's what Matthew's 24th chapter is all about, man. Like these other groups, a lot of these groups like to reinvent themselves, like the House of David. They took off, man. They disappeared for a number of years. Then they popped up on YouTube back in 2008, if I'm not mistaken. And then we went on their page and we went back and forth, and they didn't know who we were at first. They weren't going out speaking for like a number of years. I don't know the exact year, because we used to get on them. Why don't you guys go out on the highways and the byways?
Yeah.
And they used to used to block us. And then I believe it was, I could be wrong, but I believe it was mid-2010 that they started going out. But then there was a point where they stopped making videos. We ain't seen none of their videos, some stray videos that they did a couple of years back. And then all of a sudden, if you notice, the last year maybe, right? Year and a half, they done popped back on the scene. I think the name of their thing, HODC forever, will never be, whatever they said, which means that they're making a comeback, okay? Back forever, meaning you, where was you?
Right.
You notice GMS had never made GMS's back again.
Right.
Because we never left.
Never left.
Even Comfy said that, right? GMS back again. Oh, Comfy back again.
Precept for you.
Go ahead,
Back
brother.
you up.
Go ahead.
The book of Luke 9:62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of heaven.
So is Yeshua fit for the kingdom of heaven? No. I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry. You ain't gonna make it, man.
Disappeared, man.
You disappeared.
Right.
And we know you ain't right, and we know you haven't been teaching all that time because you're a charismatic guy. That's why everybody flocked to you when Sarnetta put you on there. You brought out all them books, and we showed you that we got them books. Because Sarnetta said, them guys don't bring out books. Yeah, because you haven't watched this back in 07 and 08. That's 101. That's Icons 101. That's books 101. And everything that Yeshua brought out was stuff that we already knew. That was some 1992 shit repackaged, man. Them books that he had was actually books that go back to 89, 90, 90, 91, 92. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 12.
You can't reinvent yourself, man.
Yeah, trying to reinvent.
Now this conference, when they call that conference, man, that's Bunyamin and Barak and them and Ash trying to reinvent themselves. Now all the while they do something, you don't see them for a couple of years. They back up. They got a new improved HODC. All the while they were doing that, guess what GMS was doing? They was teaching, man. We were teaching. All these witnesses are out here. Tell any of you witnesses, can you tell me that we ever take a week off? Every time you go to a GMS video, right? You put GMS, you're gonna see new videos, man. On the weekend, during the week, in the middle of the week, at the end of the week, in the beginning of the week, man. And that reminds me of a fight with this guy, Jimmy Ellis, going way back before a lot of you guys were even born, and Joe Frazier. That's when Ali was coming up. I think they, I forget what happened. I don't know if that was during the time when Ali, I know when he was suspended, they were looking for a new champion because Ali had beaten this guy, the big J. Not Foreman, this guy. No. Thank you, brother. Oh, you go back. Sonny Liston, all right? And they said it was impossible because Sonny Liston was beating everybody. I've seen videos. He had a shot. He'll knock you out with a jab, man.
Yeah, Sonny Liston was a beast.
He'll pulverize you, man. That's one of the words that they use. But anyway, when Ali came up as this young, brash kid, they said this man was crazy. To this day, you got old trainers that say that fight, both of them fights was fixed. It wasn't fixed, man. Ali hit him with the phantom punch, which when you throw a jab, I throw a jab at you, right? Boom. That's a phantom punch, man. Which really ain't nothing but an overhand right or a pull counter. And that's what he did. When you throw that jab at me in slow motion, and I'm back like that, your jaw is there, right? Tap that jaw the right way. It's in your brain. Your brain, you got the skull that protects your brain, right? You got a thing called a blood-brain barrier, right? And you got fluid around your brain that floats in the skull. As soon as the brain touches the skull, your body short circuits. Same thing with a liver shot. When you get hit with a liver shot, you hit the guy's ribs and touch his lung, your body short circuit. So that's what Ali did to Liston, man. Short circuit him. But anyway, during that time when he was suspended, they were trying to look for the new heavyweight king, and Joe Frazier came up. Now Ellis, he came up under Ali. He was from the Ali school, and then everybody thought he was going to be the next guy until Ali came back. When Ellis fought Frazier, they said of Ellis that he always thought he was a thinker. He was a thinker. So you know what Joe said? Ellis is a thinker. He's always thinking. He's always meaning how to set things up. And he said while he was thinking, you know what I was doing? I was hitting him. All right? So the same thing with us, with GMS, while these guys are reinventing themselves and trying to come up with the new improved this and the new improved Hebrew that, even Nate said that. He told us that himself. He said he took 2 years off so he can go back and check the scriptures whether Ariah was going off. And he's teaching the same scriptures that Ariah taught him, even when Ariah went off.
Yeah.
So you took time off. So when you took that two-year period off, we was out there teaching, man. When HODC took that time off 2 times, all right, we were out there teaching. Because that's what the Most High wants you to do anyway, man. And that's why you guys are bucking up against the so-called rape thing, all right, which we clearly proved in the scriptures, and you niggas know the Hebrew. You guys are teaching that Cornelius is Edomite. You got that from Ariel. We the Spirit that moved us to see that Cornelius is an Israelite, man. And even Nate woke up to that. That's why we got kicked out of the school. Matthew the 10th chapter said they shall what? They shall cast you out of their synagogues, right? Synagogue is a Greek word meaning house. Because when they open up them schools, they ain't nothing but synagogues, man. They're not temples, they're synagogues. And they kicked us out, number one, because of the Cornelius thing. But here Nate is teaching that Cornelius is an Israelite, man. Right. The number one group out there is GMS. Now a lot of these guys follow them other guys because they got the same colored garments. They do the catons. They take the family photos. We ain't all into that, man. Don't worry about my family, man.
That's right.
We out here to teach the word, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Peter didn't come to your house and say, look, this is my wife. These are my kids. He didn't do that, man.
Howard Shah had a family. He had brothers and sisters.
He had brothers and sisters. And 2 of them were disciples.
Yeah, they were disciples.
And he had 2 more which were not disciples.
Right.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 66 and 5. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake.
That's what they did. They cast us out out of hate, man. Okay, go ahead.
For my name's sake,
For my